Welcome to our 16th C++ tutorial, and we've been working really hard lately, so I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a break with a short and simple video. In the last video we looked at how we can build a while loop calculator, and in that we saw variable incrementation, which allowed us to increase, say, a variable x by 1 every time we pass through the statement to allow us to keep track of how many times we pass through the loop. Now I showed it to you guys like this. I wrote x is equal to x plus 1, so every time we pass through that statement, x is equal to x plus 1, we'll increase x by 1. So the first time we go through will be 6, 7, 8, 9, and so on. Now I showed it to you guys like this because I think this is a bit easier to visualize, but I'm going to show you guys the proper way of doing it, or the more simplistic way. This one works, but I'll show you guys the one that you might be expected to do later on. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to print something out here. I'm going to go and print out x plus plus end line. Now x plus plus is the short for x is equal to x plus 1. Now there are two ones we have right now. We have x plus plus and plus plus x. They're not the same thing. Remember, they're not the same thing. Now in C++, I mentioned that you need to look at things in order. Either look at it top to bottom or look at it left to right. Make sure you look at it in order. So if you're confused, simply read out the order. When you're thinking about, what's the symbol for greater than and equal to, well, think about it. Greater than comes before equal to, so you can have the greater than symbol, and then you can have the equal sign. Just, it's very simple. Just look at things like that, look at it in order, and it should make sense. So if we're looking at this right here, we see the variable x, and then we see these two incrementation symbols here. These incrementation operators are going to allow us to increase by 1, but they come after the x. So when it comes time to print x, which is right here, we have not done the incrementation yet. So when you press the build and run button right here, we'll find out 5. It did not do the incrementation yet. And if we were to go ahead and do this instead, we'll find out that it did do the incrementation. So remember the order that you were doing it in. If, for example, you were going to just separate it all like this, and you were going to do, say, like x plus plus here, it would not matter which order you ended up doing it in. We'll see that both ones will come up to 6. But if you were going to put it all on the same line and put it all inside of where you're going to be printing, remember where you put the plus plus matters. In this case, it doesn't matter because both times you're going to see the plus plus before we get to the print out statement over here, so it won't matter. So just a little quick video to show you guys that. I would recommend doing it this way over the x is equal to x plus 1. However, the x is equal to x plus 1 will still work. I just wanted to show you guys this one. I thought it would be easier to visualize the other way the first time we saw this. So thank you very much for watching. If you have any comments or questions, leave them in the comments below and I'll answer them as soon as possible. And I'll be back with the next video.